Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another Starcraft 2 broadcast. Oh, that's too fast. Here at SK Gaming, my name is Inaris, and today we're here speeding up the game to faster speed to watch EmpireKas play against Goody. So we have a TVT here on Shakura's Plateau, cross positions, which means the sky's the limit, anything's possible here, as these guys are super far away. And I'm going to expect a solid matchup from these two guys. This is the grand finals of the SK Champions Trophy European Edition. So it was a 16-player tournament, and I don't remember who all cosplayed. I didn't actually get to watch either of these two make it through their entire line of games. But I did kind of hop back and forth, found some pretty exciting matches, going to be hopefully casting those for you. In the meantime, though, more important issues, what's at stake here? $250 standard grand prize, and of course both of these players will be receiving a Killer 2100 Gaming Network card from Bigfoot, also sponsored by Kingston Technologies, so thank you to both of the sponsors for that, and of course for SK Gaming bringing these players together and hosting it up. So let's actually check out the players here, what they'll be doing. We have Kaz sitting up two SCVs relatively early. Okay, looks like one of them's going to be parking themselves right at the top of the ramp. Looks like he actually could be going for an expansion here relatively early. Would not be surprised at all if one or both of the players did that, actually. Because, like I said, they're so far away, you can pretty much just expect to see any kind of strategy here. And, oh, look at Kaz dropping down the barracks right close to Goody's base, and wow, that SCV just happened to go that way. Of course, he is heading up that, so that's the natural path, but if he had headed towards the middle, he would have spotted that. Unfortunately, that's not the case for him, though. So what is Kaz going to do? It's kind of interesting, actually. He has the first Marine rallied down here to the watchtower. Of course, both of these watchtowers are going to be very, very contested throughout the entire match, especially if we go on to the point where both players are expanding to the bases north and south of each other. You can see that right there. Like I said, I would not be surprised if we saw that. Second rack structure, the first one technically, just about finished here. Going to have the Marine pop out, although this SCV should be able to get some good scouting information in before it actually dies. If it dies, I don't know. Goody looks like he's actually going to just run it back there. So we'll actually look up here. We see pretty much similar situation going on. Both players scouting each other out. However, Goody only scouts one of the two barracks. So we'll see actually what he's going to be doing. He's going to be trying to control both of these watchtowers here. Maybe, it looks like. Alright, first SCV going down. Alright, that's first blood of the game, folks. We do have, actually, I think the first SCV over here lost as well. Technically, Goody got the first kill of the game, but that's okay. We'll just continue here as Kaz looks to maybe put some early pressure on with these Marines and SCVs. Running midfield right now, almost there already. Having this barracks here will provide for some nice reinforcements. You can see a couple Marines are already queued up. But look at this, Goody, 3 Marines and dropping a command center. You can see up here that Kaz does not have that yet. He has dedicated a lot of his money to pretty much just to getting this done. With 4 Marines and 2 SCVs, I'm not really convinced that he's going to be able to pull this off, especially considering Goody has all these SCVs here as well as 4 Marines of his own. Plus, being on home turf like this, right next to the barracks, he should be able to hold this off without too much difficulty. And there are the SCVs for Goody coming down, blocking off Kaz's Marines from getting up the top of the ramp, allowing him to finish off the forces up here and build a bunker. So yes, I do believe indeed Goody is quite okay. Oh man, one SCV goes down. You can see one Marine just about dying, or dead rather, but Kaz doing some nice micro there. He does have a little bit of reinforcements, however I have a feeling this Marine is going to die super quick. Oh wow, no, retreating to his friend, and they are going to head home. Looks like this barracks, Kaz is content with still keeping it in here. He may decide just to float it back. Or, I don't know, maybe send it for a scout, plop it up here, throw down a Tech Lab Proxy Reaper, who knows? The sky's the limit, like I said before here on Shakura's Plateau. Double gas going down as the command center is about 40% complete. Continued pressure possible here as we see that he's running up and sees the bunker. No way, no how is he actually going to be able to get this up get that down rather with 4 Marines. 2 of them already pretty badly damaged, and of course he did catch that last one there to save it before it ran up the rally point to its death. As a result of things, players are dead even. 10-10, 500-500. However, Kaz, I believe, actually lost fewer SCVs. Yes, indeed. 20-16 right now. And Goody has been building. He's got his orbital command up here. He has been building a factory and a starport, so he is going to be teching up possibly the Banshee, possibly get some medevacs. However, we only see one barracks here, and we see that second gas going down, so maybe not medevacs right off the bat. Like I said, we'll just keep an eye on him, see what exactly he's going to be doing. In the meantime, factory going down over here. 2 factories, actually, for Kas. He got his double gas a little bit early there. Engineering bay as well. Yeah, the nice thing about this is he has the barracks, so he's scouting. He scouted out the tech lab on the starport, so he should be able to identify any threats coming from it in just a second. Yep, sure enough. Now we actually have Raven. Okay, Banshee. There we go. Banshee coming down the line, so we'll see that popping out in just a moment or two as the barracks crashes. Now, there we go. That was a crazy little streak of fire across the screen there. But now we have a tech lab going down as well on the factory. We see that one Hellion is out in the middle of the field, pretty much just looking out for see if he can kill any scouting SCVs, maybe control a watchtower or 2. Of course, Kas has 1 Marine here. 9 hit points, obviously not going to live very long against a Hellion, but he does have a decent number of Marines up here, plus this barracks helping to narrow down the ramp to about, or the choke to about that big. Both players have access to 2 mules, and you can see the income is fairly close to one another. 2 geysers for each, 29 to 28, 30 to 28 on the harvester count now. APM 165 to 111. Back to the production tab, we can see Blue Flame upgrade is on the way for Kas, as a couple Hellions actually head midfield and do take control of the watchtower. Going to catch the other one, and then maybe come over here to the ramp. I don't know. That would not end very well for him, though, as 2 Hellions. Kas has right here, Blue Flame about 40% upgrade. Or Blue Flame upgrade about 40% complete there, and there's a missile turret in the back. I point that out because as we can see over here, 1 Banshee has finished and is heading down. It looks like he's actually going to be heading along this path, although I think that turret will catch it. Maybe he's hoping to take out some SCVs in that expansion, get back here, do some damage as well, although I don't think that's going to be the case. We see that turret, like I said, in a good position to deter any sort of aerial harassment. We are going to see that Banshee head back. Not surprised at all at that retreat. Looking at the income now, 37 to 36, so it's evened out over the past couple minutes here. Not too surprising at that. We do have Kas getting ready to drop a few Hellions somewhere. We'll watch this. We'll see exactly where he's planning on doing that. It looks like it's going to be in the main. Oh, there. It looks like it actually. There we go. Right there. So he could be actually popping that in the main, but oh man, a Viking coming over here. These two are just anticipating each other like nobody's business. I don't actually think that he's scanned over there. No, he has not. He has not scanned. He has no idea. He's just going purely on intuition right now. Having that Viking up here, very, very solid timing on that. And the question remains is, will this flight path actually cause it to intercept with the Viking? Because right now I'm showing the path. It looks like he's actually going to not quite intercept, but he's coming down as they... Wow, super, super smart here by Goody. Sending this back now, catching the medevac en route with those four Hellions. Will it actually be able to make it, though? 46 hit points left, or he's going to start dropping 20 hit points left. Siege Tank is now here. Look at all those SCVs lining up. Blue Flame upgrades, so many SCVs taking damage. We can actually look at the results of that. 3 to 13, so pretty heavy damage done on the economy now. 48 to 41 there for Goody and Kas. You can definitely see those SCVs coming off the line for just a minute. Did help Kas gaining a slight income advantage there for a little while. We see Siege Tank did take a little bit of a beating, but not too much, as another expansion is getting ready to go down here. We'll see exactly how this plays out. If he's going to commit to getting another expansion, we'll have to wait and see if Goody scouts it out, if he decides to attack or decide to get one of his own. He does have 4 factories, though. A Thor is queued up here to go after that Hellion, so he might actually decide to go ahead and attack. I don't know. Having that Thor out before his opponent will definitely give him an advantage. They can absorb lots of Siege Tank shots. You know, they do tons of damage, like 60 damage per double shot. So we'll actually see what happens as he does indeed move out. Plenty of Hellions. They do not have the Blue Flame upgrade, but they still are a force to be reckoned with. Now here comes Kas. 2 Hellions. He's going to spot this attack. Very fortunate for him that he was able to spot that. He does have control of both watchtowers, so he knows what's coming. Has a pretty good idea. The fact that the attack's going to consist right here of a bunch of Hellions. I don't think he's actually spotted all of the Siege Tanks, though. So he is going to be trying to get into position. He's going to maybe try to hold him at this choke point. No, he's just running in. Goody is just running. That is one of the ballsiest siege pushes I've seen in a while. Just running right up to the missile turret, well in range, just opening up. And that's going to be that for that expansion. Nice little repairing SCVs right there doing their job, forcing Kaz to retreat. Now, what are his options at this point? He could try to contain this attack should Goody try to push it through, although he only has 3 siege tanks here. 4 are in the line right here, and I think he actually has the Hellion advantage as well. Yeah, 1 extra Hellion. Actually, no, a couple extra Hellions there, now that he's brought in some additional reinforcements. But, yeah, I think he'll definitely be in a good spot. 127 to 133 as Kaz brings out some of Hellions of his own. Right now, you can see the income change. Kaz is still about 300 ahead, 10 harvesters total, both working on 4 gas. And here we go, folks. He's actually trying to come in behind, catching those Marines out of position. Those Hellions are actually absorbing a lot of the siege tank fire. And here comes the Thor to mop it up. Look at that, actually firing at the Vikings for a second there. There we go, landing, trying to do any damage that they can. Short range damage to the siege tanks, but with the Thor running around there, taking out those tanks. Oh man, Hellions coming in at the last second to finish off that attack. We're left with a very, very short or very small line of tanks for both players. Goody looking to maybe establish himself in a different position. I think the Thors are going to make a huge difference, though. Just able to absorb so much firepower. With only 2 siege tanks here, compared to 4, that's going to be the real breadwinner, as they're just going to knock out so many units, and the Thor looks like he's actually going to try to run in here. Look at that, taking out 1 tank right now, 2nd tank getting ready to go down, 3rd tank might actually go down before he's able to get that down. Nope, 3rd tank goes down, this Thor remains intact, 71 hit points left. Here comes another one trying to take this out. This expansion once again forced to retreat. However, you see all those CVs and mules going down. That is just brutal. That is such a hit for Kaz's economy. Right now you can see 53 to 51 in terms of workers. And now look at the units lost, 22 to 72, 22 to 17 rather. Army size 80 to 115. You can see a lot more gas has been invested into gas and minerals been invested into Goody there. 86 to 122 now. As Goody looks to take his own expansion, there's really not a lot that Kaz can do about this. He is pretty much contained at this point. He's got a few siege tanks, but looking down here, there's definitely a perimeter established outside of his base, and even an offensive sensor tower right there. That once that goes down, that should give him vision of all of this stuff. He'll know exactly when his opponent's moving out, etc. So looking down here, we can see he's got 6 factories. He was definitely banking on having that expansion work out for him, as you see plenty of Hellions coming on the way. I'm sorry, 5 factories. Apparently I cannot count today. As more siege tanks coming down the line, and he is going to be looking to bust out here at some point. He's going to maybe try to approach from this side, as you see the siege tanks up here a little bit weaker. 3 of them, only 2 up here. It's going to be taking out that one. All right, so that one's gone. He does have vision with the Vikings. However, the Thor is going to be able to start doing some shots. It's going to be a while before those are taken out. He does not want to lose those, though. 105 to 141 right now. Kaz still trying to push out any which way he can. You see he's taking this expansion over here. The Viking identified it, though. He's killing the mules off one by one, and there's nothing that Kaz can do about it right now. So they still have the siege tank line here. Very smart to bring out some SCVs, and you can see with this sensor tower, he is able to spot everything all the way over to right here. He will also spot this expansion with the help of that Hellion and the sensor tower. Obviously very easy to pick that off. Nothing that his opponent can do about it. He is trying to make a planetary fortress, but I think that's going to be, he's going to try to cancel it or something, because it's obvious this expansion is not safe anymore. He was pretty much banking on the fact that his opponent would not find it, but with all these Thors in the area, they should not have a problem, combined with the siege tanks, to take that out. And a couple tanks going down for Kaz. Looks like 2 of them right there. 3rd one very close to dying. Yes, indeed, it does go down. And there's Kaz actually trying to deal with this line any way he can, but you see he's just not really able to do anything about it. Rock's gone down. Goody able to knock out that expansion completely. Nothing more that Kaz could do at this point down the southern portion of the map. You see we have not had any harassment here in a while, as Goody is looking to take out this one, the expansion. You see the planetary fortress is here. There's that siege tank we were talking about a minute ago. That's pretty much the easiest solution to the problem, man. And why not take the easiest? So here are a couple Hellions actually. Will they be able to do any serious damage? That is a good question. They are running around midfield looking for some SCVs. Oh, that is going to be a brutal hit on the economy right there. So many SCVs going down. Look at that line. One shot and just a billion SCVs going down. Well, actually, okay, it's more like 50. But hey, Billion, 50, pretty much one and the same when you're dealing with that many SCVs there. He is forced to retreat. Goody's responding with a pretty substantial force there compared to those few Hellions and a couple siege tanks and Thor. More than enough to deal with that. Meanwhile, this line is continuing to go back and forth there. Kas is actually going to be trying to drop some Hellions, although not going to work out so well. We are going to see that a little bit of damage, but I think one siege tank goes down. He ends up losing about 500 minerals and 100 gas to kill about 200 resources total there, worth of units. Was it worth it? It remains to be seen, though, as Kas is trying to move out here. His siege tanks are in a line, though, so they're going to get picked off one by one. You can see that's not exactly what you'd want to have happen. And, of course, this one being repaired, going to be able to live another day. Kas does have vision, so he will be able to run out here, and of course Goody doesn't quite have the same. You can see he does know where the units are, though, so he has an exact fix on where the siege tanks are, so he is waiting for that. And you see there we go. Kas looking to bust out here. Will he be able to actually do it? 165 to 128. He is committing everything he has to this. SCV is coming out repairing and trying to force the siege tanks to shoot at them, shoot at each other. But the Thors are here able to absorb tons of damage. 2 more Thors are on the way. And here come the Hellions trying to mop up. But Thors versus Hellion, folks, I think we know where this fight is going to end up. And it is definitely not going to be in the side of Kas. There's the GG right there, allowing Goody to take game number 1 here in the Best of 5 Grand Finals hosted by SK Gaming. Thank you for watching. Let's go on to game number 2 and see what happens next.